Dear one, if your heart feels unusually tender today, there's a beautiful reason. Sometimes you wake up and everything looks the same on the outside. Yet inside, something is asking for your attention, a memory, a feeling, a quiet ache you can't quite name. And I want you to know this: you're not falling apart, you're becoming aware. There are days when the smallest thing can touch a deep place in you, a tone of voice, a song, a look on someone's face, and suddenly you feel younger inside, smaller, more sensitive, more in need of comfort. You may even wonder, what is wrong with me? Sweetheart, nothing is wrong with you. This is simply your inner child reaching out. Your inner child is the part of you that remembers. It remembers what you needed and didn't receive. It remembers what you felt and had to hide. It remembers the moments you decided it wasn't safe to be fully yourself. And today, that tender part is saying, will you love me now? I've learned something beautiful in my own life. Healing doesn't always come from fixing. Healing often comes from meeting yourself with love, not once, not perfectly, but again and again like a steady hand on your heart. And that is what we are doing today. We are learning how to become a safe place for the younger you. So take a gentle breath with me right now, slowly in and slowly out. Let your shoulders soften. Let your belly relax. Let your face become kind. And if it feels right, place a hand over your heart or on your cheek as if you are comforting a dear child. Because in this moment you are. And here is the truth I want to offer you. Your inner child does not need you to be perfect. Your inner child needs you to be present. Your inner child needs your love today. There is a part of you that has always been waiting for this, not for the right time, not for when life calms down, not for when you finally feel confident enough. There's a small voice inside that has been waiting for you to turn toward it and say, I'm here, and I know. Some of us were taught to turn away from our feelings. We were taught to be strong, to be good, to be helpful, to be quiet, to not cause trouble. Many of us learned that love was something we earned by performing, by pleasing, by not needing too much. So when we feel that younger part of us stir, we may want to shut it down. We may distract ourselves. We may judge it. We may say, that was so long ago, or other people had it worse. But dear one, your feelings are not a competition. Your pain is not a debate. Your heart deserves your attention. Your inner child isn't a mistake you need to correct. It's a part of you that wants to be held. Imagine that your heart is like an inner home, a warm house that belongs entirely to you. Some rooms are bright and open, some are comfortable and familiar, and some rooms have been closed for a long time. Perhaps there is a small door at the end of a hallway, a door you rarely open because you're afraid of what you might find. But today, we are not forcing it. We are not kicking it down. We are simply walking toward it with a lantern of compassion. Your adult self can become that lantern. Your adult self can bring light without fear. So I invite you to picture this. You are gently turning the handle of that door inside you. You open it just a little, and there, sitting quietly, is the younger you. Maybe they are 5 years old, maybe 8, maybe 13. Maybe it's a feeling more than an image. And as you see this younger self, you do not need to analyze them. You do not need to interrogate them. You simply notice, what do they feel? What do they need? And then you offer them something they may have longed for all along, your presence. You can say softly in your mind or out loud, hello, sweetheart, I see you. You can say, you are safe with me now. And let me tell you something I discovered. When we speak to ourselves in a kind voice, the body listens. The nervous system listens. The heart listens. Love is not just a spiritual idea. Love is a healing environment. Now, if you feel resistance, that's okay. You might think, this feels silly, or I don't know how. That's all right. You are learning a new language. You are learning the language of tenderness. Try this one gentle practice today, just 1 minute. Put your hand on your heart and say very slowly, you are safe with me now. Say it again. You are safe with me now. And one more time, like a lullaby. You are safe with me now. Then pause, breathe, let the words land. Before we change anything, we begin by creating safety inside you. Safety is where healing grows. Safety is like good soil in a garden. Without it, even the most beautiful seeds struggle to take root. With it, life begins to soften. Many people think healing means digging up every memory and reliving it. And while some people find deep support through therapy and professional guidance, what we are doing here is simple and kind. This is about shifting your relationship with yourself. This is not a replacement for professional support. It is a gentle tool you can use on your journey. So let's create safety in a very practical way. Have you ever noticed how your body reacts when you feel judged? Your chest tightens, your stomach turns, your throat closes. That reaction is not weakness, it's protection. It's your inner child saying, I don't feel safe. Now imagine what happens when you feel accepted. Your breath deepens, your muscles soften, your eyes relax. That, sweetheart, is the direction we are going. Today, your inner child needs love, yes, but love begins with safety. I want you to think of your adult self as a steady riverbank. The feelings can move like water, sadness, anger, fear, longing, yet you remain anchored and present. You don't have to stop the water. You simply hold the space where it can flow. If a feeling rises today, instead of asking, how do I get rid of this? Try asking, what is this feeling trying to tell me? That question is a hand reaching inward instead of pushing inward. And here is something I know. The inner child often speaks in sensations and moods, not in perfect sentences. It might show up as irritation, it might show up as a craving, it might show up as a heavy sadness that doesn't seem to match your day. That's okay. You don't need to decode it perfectly. You just need to respond with kindness. If your inner child could speak clearly, it might say, please don't abandon me when I'm upset. Please don't shame me for needing comfort. Please stay. So you stay. You say, I'm here, sweetheart. You say, I'm listening. You say, you are safe with me now. And if you want a simple practice that can help right away, I invite you to create a tiny, safe place ritual. Choose one small thing, a cup of warm tea, a soft blanket, a hand on your heart, a slow walk, a gentle piece of music. As you do it, speak to the younger you. This is for you. I'm taking care of you. You matter to me. Then breathe. Let that be enough for today. Many of us were trained to speak to ourselves with harshness, and we called it motivation. We believed that if we criticized ourselves enough, we would finally become lovable. We thought we could whip ourselves into worthiness. But, sweetheart, love does not bloom in a climate of shame. Your inner child listens to the way you speak inside. That voice in your head, your self-talk, becomes the atmosphere of your inner home. And if that voice is sharp, the child inside you learns to hide. I want you to be very gentle with yourself here. We did not invent this harshness. We learned it. We absorbed it from adults who were doing the best they could with what they knew. We absorbed it from schools, from culture, from the way perfection was rewarded and vulnerability was misunderstood. But now you are learning a new way. I discovered that one of the most powerful healing tools is simply changing the tone of your inner voice. Not forcing positive thoughts, not denying pain, simply choosing kindness. So when you notice the critical voice, instead of fighting it, you can pause and say, "Thank you for trying to protect me, and we are choosing love now." Then you speak to your inner child the way you would speak to a dear little one who spilled something or made a mistake. You wouldn't scream at them. You wouldn't call them names. You would say, "It's okay, sweetheart. We'll clean it up together." That is the energy you bring to yourself. Imagine the critical voice is like a loud radio in the next room. It has been playing for years. You don't have to smash the radio. You can simply turn the volume down little by little and choose a softer station. Here are some loving replacements you can practice today. Instead of, "What's wrong with me?" you can say, "I am learning." Instead of, "I always mess up," you can say, "I can begin again." Instead of, "I'm too sensitive," you can say, "My heart is tender and I can care for it." Instead of, "I don't deserve," you can say, "I am willing to receive." Do you feel the difference? One voice tightens you, the other loosens you. And when you speak softly inside, you are giving your inner child a message. You don't have to be perfect to be loved. Try this simple mirror moment. If you can, look at yourself for just a few seconds, kindly as you would look at someone you love. Then say gently, "I am on my side." Say it again, "I am on my side." And add this, like a promise, "You are safe with me now." Then breathe. Let your eyes soften. Let your face be kind. Sometimes the younger you is carrying feelings you were never allowed to feel back then. And when those feelings rise now, it can feel confusing. You might wonder why you're emotional over something small, but it's not small. It's an echo. The inner child often carries unfinished emotions, tears that were swallowed, anger that was punished, fear that was ignored, and those emotions don't disappear. They wait for a safe moment to be heard. Today might be that moment. Now, I want to be very clear. You do not need to flood yourself. You do not need to dive into trauma alone. If you feel overwhelmed, it may help to reach out to a qualified professional, a trusted support system, or a gentle guide who can hold space with you. Love includes support. Love includes asking for help. And within that safe, loving frame, you can also allow emotions to move in small, manageable ways. Think of feelings like rain. Rain is not a punishment. Rain is a release. Rain waters the ground. Rain clears the air. We do not have to fear the rain. We can learn to meet it with an umbrella of compassion. So if sadness comes today, you can say, "It's okay, sweetheart. Let the tears be here." If anger comes, you can say, "I understand something felt unfair." If fear comes, you can say, "I'm here now. You're not alone." Have you ever noticed how much lighter you feel after you finally cry? That is the river moving. That is life flowing again. One gentle practice is to give your inner child a few sentences, simple and true. You can whisper, "I believe you. What you felt mattered. You didn't make it up. It makes sense. You are safe with me now." If you want to deepen this, you can write a short note to your younger self today. Just a few lines, not a perfect letter, a simple truth. "Dear sweetheart, I'm sorry you had to be so brave. I'm sorry you felt alone. I'm here now. I will listen. I will protect you with love." And then, when you're done, place your hand on your heart. Breathe. Let yourself feel the warmth of your own care. Sometimes the inner child needs love in the form of permission. Permission to feel. Permission to rest. Permission to be imperfect. So I give you permission right now, gentle soul. You don't have to carry it all today. You don't have to be strong every moment. You can be human. You can be soft. Pause here. Breathe slowly. Let your body know, I am safe. Love does not have to be dramatic to be real. Love can be small and daily. This is how we reparent ourselves, not with one grand gesture, but with many tiny moments of choosing kindness. And this is so important. Your inner child does not need you to become a different person overnight. Your inner child needs consistency, a steady presence, a reliable love. Think of your adult love as a small lantern you carry through your day. It doesn't blind you with brightness. It doesn't force anything. It simply lights the next step. So what does reparenting look like today in real life? It looks like pausing when you're rushing and saying, "Sweetheart, we can slow down." It looks like eating when you're hungry instead of ignoring your body. It looks like drinking water, taking a breath, going outside for a few minutes. It looks like speaking gently when you make a mistake. It also looks like giving yourself what you once longed for: encouragement, praise, comfort. Many of us grew up hearing only what we did wrong. So today, you offer your inner child a new experience. You say, "I'm proud of you." You say, "You did your best." You say, "You are trying, and that matters." Now let's do a beautiful practice together. It's simple, and it can help your heart feel held. Close your eyes if that feels safe. Picture your inner child standing in front of you. Notice their expression. Notice their posture. Then imagine yourself kneeling down to their level. And you say softly, "What do you need from me today?" Perhaps they need reassurance. Perhaps they need rest. Perhaps they need play. Perhaps they need a boundary. Perhaps they need to hear, "You are not too much." Whatever comes, you respond with love. "I can do that. I will take care of you. You are safe with me now." And if you're not sure what they need, you can start with the basics: warmth, presence, gentleness. Wrap them in an imaginary blanket of light. Not a magical promise, not a fantasy, just a symbol of your intention, a symbol that says, "I am choosing love." Then take a breath, and when you open your eyes, do one small, caring action. 1. A glass of water, a stretch, a kind text to yourself in your Notes app. A few minutes of quiet, something that says, "I matter." That is reparenting. That is love. Boundaries are not walls of punishment. They are gates of kindness. When you set a boundary, you are not being mean. You are being loving. You are protecting the tender parts of you that used to have to endure too much. For many people, the inner child learned to survive by pleasing, by saying yes when they meant no, by smiling when they were hurting, by staying quiet to keep the peace. So today, if your inner child needs your love, it may also need your protection. Ask yourself gently, where am I abandoning myself? Am I saying yes out of fear? Am I staying in conversations that drain me? Am I accepting behavior that makes me feel small? Am I forcing myself to be okay when I'm not? And sweetheart, I say this with great compassion. You are allowed to choose yourself. The inner child feels safe when the adult self is willing to say no, not anymore. We deserve better. Now, boundaries do not have to be loud. They can be simple. They can be quiet. They can be kind. You can say, "I need some time to think about that. I'm not available for that today. That doesn't work for me. I'm choosing something different now." If it feels difficult, remember, your inner child is watching, and every time you protect your energy, you are telling that younger part, I won't leave you. I've learned that boundaries are a form of self-respect, and self-respect is a form of love. So here is a practice you can try today. Think of one small boundary you can set just for today, not a giant life overhaul. Something small. Perhaps it's turning your phone off for an hour. Perhaps it's leaving a conversation early. Perhaps it's not explaining yourself to someone who always argues. Then, when you set that boundary, place your hand on your heart and say, I did this for you, sweetheart. You are safe with me now. Do you feel how powerful that is? You are becoming your own safe place. And as you practice this, you may notice something over time. Your body relaxes, your resentment lessens, your energy returns, because you are no longer leaking your life force to prove your worth. You don't have to earn love. You are love. Breathe here. Let that truth settle in your chest like warm sunlight on a cool morning. When your inner child feels safe, joy begins to return in quiet, surprising ways. Not as a performance, not as forced positivity, but as a natural flowering of your true self. Many people think healing is only about releasing pain, but healing is also about allowing goodness, allowing pleasure, allowing simple happiness without guilt. Have you ever noticed how children can be fully present with something small? A color, a cloud, a spoon stirring in a cup, a song on the radio. That presence is still inside you. Your inner child may be longing for play, for creativity, for softness, and you might say, I don't have time. I understand, life can be busy, but love can be woven into the smallest moments. Play can be 5 minutes, joy can be a single deep breath outside. Creativity can be doodling on a paper while your tea steeps. Softness can be putting on comfortable clothes and letting your body rest. This is not indulgence. This is nourishment. And I want you to hear this clearly. You are allowed to enjoy your life. You are allowed to feel good. You are allowed to laugh again. If it feels hard to let joy in, be patient. Sometimes the inner child is cautious. It learned that joy could be taken away. It learned that happiness might be followed by disappointment. So you introduce joy gently, like offering a shy child a small gift. You might say, it's safe to feel a little better. It's safe to smile. It's safe to receive goodness. And then you practice. Here is a beautiful daily ritual. Choose one tiny joy each day for a week, just one. Write it down. Do it with intention. A warm shower with slow breathing, a walk noticing the sky, a favorite song played loudly, a simple meal eaten without rushing, a moment of stretching like a cat, a candle lit in the evening. And as you do your tiny joy, speak inwardly. This is for you. You are safe with me now. Over time, those tiny joys become evidence, evidence that life can be gentle, evidence that you can take care of yourself, evidence that you are not trapped in the old story. And sweetheart, you are not. Breathe. Let yourself feel the possibility of ease. Now take another slow breath, dear one, and feel how far you've come already, just by being here, just by listening, just by choosing love today. You may not feel fixed, you may not feel finished, and you don't need to. Healing is not a finish line. Healing is a relationship with yourself. And today you turned toward the younger you instead of away. You created safety. You softened your inner voice. You allowed feelings to move. You practiced small daily love. You honored boundaries. You opened the door to joy. That is profound. And I want to remind you of something I know in my bones. Every time you choose kindness toward yourself, you are rewriting the past. Not by changing what happened, but by changing what it means inside you now. You are giving the inner child a new experience, an experience of being met with love. So let's close with a gentle practice you can return to any time. Place your hand on your heart, feel the warmth of your palm, and say these words slowly like you are speaking to someone precious. I am willing to love you. I am willing to listen to you. I am willing to protect you. I am willing to be gentle with you. You are safe with me now. Take a breath, and if you want, add this affirmation softly and sincerely. I choose to be on my side. I choose to speak kindly to myself. I choose to create a safe home within me. I am learning to trust life again. I am worthy of love exactly as I am. Now breathe again. Let your shoulders soften. Let your jaw unclench. Let your eyes rest. Sweetheart, you can return to this any time, in the middle of a hard day, in the middle of a trigger, in the quiet of the night. Your love is available. Your presence is available. You don't have to abandon yourself anymore. And as you keep practicing, gently, patiently, you may discover that life begins to respond in beautiful ways. You may notice more peace in your body, more clarity in your choices, more softness in your heart, not instantly, not perfectly, but truly over time. You are growing, you are healing, and you are so lovable. You are safe with me now.